Yo, Big Kish back up in here. Meg Thee Stallion just came out and spazzed on everybody. Each and every celebrity that backed up Tory Lanez for and they had this they had like a waiver or something that if anybody thought that Tory Lanez should be free or whatever, all the celebrities that was filing it or signing it, rather, she came out and spazzed on all of them. Before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all go pick up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link for purchase will be in the description. I would ask y'all, please go and support and cop that. But yeah, y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
So it's been a real spicy week for Tory Lanez. Megan Thee Stallion's bodyguard came out and said that Kelsey shot her. Then Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times. Then all the celebrities started saying free him and signing the petition.
Yeah, she ain't like that right there.
And all of this really didn't sit well with Megan Thee Stallion. She took to her TikTok earlier today and decided to go crazy on him. She ended up writing a whole Harry Potter book on TikTok. And this is what it said. At what point are y'all gonna stop making me have to relive being shot by Tory? At what point?
I thought she was trying to protect him at first. What had changed? I'm trying to figure out what changed.
Are Tory and y'all fans gonna
I do got my tinfoil hat on. I want to know if she really wrote that. That's what I want to know.
stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute him, y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Oh, okay. I'm sick of this. Leave me alone. He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me. And that was his choice because he knows he did that. I don't give a F about a blog or a bot. Why in the F would me, Megan Thee Stallion, have to lie on this MF about shooting me? How y'all mad at the person that got shot? Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. F the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. Ain't no new effing evidence. Y'all been saying the same for years. Tory, please leave me alone. You are a effing demon. I'm off this silly internet. Bye. Whoa, she had a whole meltdown on bruh. She called him a demon. So the reason she probably went off was because
that sounded like she wrote it.
This weekend, news outlets, press conferences, a lot of stuff's been happening that's basically saying that he didn't shoot her and that new evidence was coming out and they need to free him.
The artist known as Tory Lanez is currently recovering after being stabbed.
But it wasn't no evidence. The bodyguard, from what I'm hearing, he wasn't there. He was not there. The only thing that they coming out new with is that he said he heard some over talking of Kelsey doing it. The gun was pink. You know what I mean? They got the fragments on the ankle. You know what I mean?
In prison. The attack occurred after the New York Post made contact with Megan Thee Stallion's team regarding the op-ed that I was working on with them, and Lanez was then stabbed days later. But his representatives claims that Megan's ex-best friend, Kelsey Harris, is the one responsible for the shooting. Now, I've been looking into this case for almost 6 months now. I immediately learned that George Gascon, the George Soros-funded prosecutor, railroaded Tory Lanez. And I've been actively working on a story. And this has been something that has been quite a movement. I did a petition with the Caldwell Institute for Public Safety at caldwellinstitute.org, where artists like Drake has encouraged his more than 140 million followers to sign this petition. We put it up on Wednesday. We're at almost 300,000 signatures today that advocate for the governor of California to intervene on this and pardon him, because I believe he was really railroaded. The artist
Man, the only thing railroaded was my eyes when I saw this picture of Tory and Megan. Like, bro, it's just interesting.
Hey, yo, one of her arms is the size of his torso. I know I could almost guarantee she was giving them hands, y'all. She was giving them hands, y'all. She was giving them hands, y'all. I could almost guarantee it.
Just in how him and her are enemies when at one point, look how cool she was. She was loving Mr. Lanez. Here's the press conference that Tory Lanez, I don't know if it's the prosecutor or I don't know who it is, but basically saying there's new evidence that came out that shows that Tory didn't shoot her.
They're being stabbed and
Timing of these events raised disturbing questions to me. And I think they all should to you as well. After over 2 years in prison without incident, Tory was stabbed 14 times just days after a major national news outlet reached out to Megan Pete's team, Kelsey Harris, and former DA George Gascon about a story on new evidence in this case. You don't have to believe in conspiracies to see the pattern. When evidence was about to come to light, Tory was nearly killed. So let's stop pretending this is complicated. Let's stop treating this like some cultural war flashpoint. This is about a man, a father, a son, Daystar Peterson, who has sat in a prison cell for over a year based on a case that wouldn't pass the smell test in any honest courtroom. The prison system can no longer guarantee his safety, and that alone should be grounds for immediate action. But combine that with the overwhelming evidence of a botched investigation, and this becomes not just a legal issue, but a morale emergency.
I think when they redo everything, they just going to take whatever they didn't into consideration. Because at first, it was certain things that they wasn't taking into consideration, and they just shut everything down. I think that's where the discrepancies are. I believe this is where everybody is up in arms. Like, he didn't get a fair chance. They didn't test this. They didn't test that. They just shut everything down. I believe that's where they're going to redo everything, if it comes about. Because when they signed all of those signatures, they have no choice but to acknowledge it.
Tory Lanez deserves a new trial. He deserves due process. He deserves a pardon.
See?
Bruh, they said that his case was up.
Now, if he did it, then I don't think he deserved no pardon. But I think they probably should reduce to 10 years. 10 years is a long time, y'all. I don't care how much you hate him and all of that stuff. That's a lot. That's a long time. That's a long time.
A morale emergency. Not only that this case wouldn't pass the smell test in any other court. That's major. But no, the crazy part is I just found out that his real name is Daystar Peterson. Tory Lanez's real name is Daystar. That's wild. But yeah, Megan had the meltdown because she couldn't take that so many celebrities were supporting him and saying free him after that press conference happened. Look at all the people that said something. Drake, he posted free Tory, posted a link to the petition. A Boogie posted a link to the petition. Kanye West posted a link to the petition. Kodak Black posted a link to the petition. Ty Dolla $ign.
I want y'all to see what's going on. Y'all see all the people that posted link for the petition? They're black men. The reason why you see a lot of black men taking up for this black man is because they see themselves being crucified in the media. Now, I'm not taking away if Tory did it, he's supposed to suffer the consequences. But there's another side of this. There's another level of thinking, rather. And in order to tap into these other levels of thinking, you got to be mature. You can't just be holding on to grudges and all of that stuff. No, let's move up a level of thinking. There's a lot of black men being pushed out into the media and being crucified out there. Whereas though other nations of people, they do things, I'm not gonna say it gets swept under the rug. Their image and their story is not being pushed like ours. If we was to mess up and do something, it's always getting jammed out there. That the algorithm is pushing it out, right? But when other people do stuff, the algorithm ain't pushing it out. They pictures, that's when they pictures is all small and stuff like that. They did this huge crime, and now they pictures is all small in the newspaper. Why is that? I'm telling you, there's propaganda going on. And that's something that we can't ignore. We cannot ignore. Because if we ignore that, that opens up the doors for them to persecute innocent people as well. Innocent black males as well. I'm telling you, this can open up the doors for something else. You know what I mean? But if Tory did it, he's supposed to suffer his consequences. I just don't think he should get 10 years. 10 years, that's a long time. But yeah, let's continue, y'all.
The game. So these ain't just regular no-name celebrities. These are major. Popcorn, he just posted it. And then I heard Amber Rose reposted it too, but today they got like 250,000 signatures. And it got so many signatures that, bro, look what happened. Florida Congressman Anna Paulina.
I'm telling y'all, black men and black women are going to have to unite one day. All of this gender war stuff is going to have to come to an end. I was just watching something yesterday. How they firing all the black women from these high position jobs. They firing our sisters left and right. I'm telling y'all, for all of y'all that's holding on grudges and all of that stuff, I'm telling you, we're gonna have to unite, whether you like it or not. You're gonna have to put all your little situations aside. We gonna have to unite, y'all, because we're up against somebody that beast. We're up against some beast. Is way. I'm telling you, it's way beyond Tory and Meg's situation. Way beyond this. Way beyond it, y'all. Telling you.
Called the governor, Gavin Newsom, to issue a pardon for him because it was just way too many signatures. Too many scribbles.
It says Florida Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna calls on Governor Gavin Newsom to issue a pardon for Tory Lanez. Wow.
She even posted on Twitter to stand on business and step on Governor Newsom's neck. She said, I am calling on Governor Newsom to review Tory Lanez's case and issue a pardon. His 10-year sentence was based on flawed evidence, political pressure, and prosecutorial bias. Justice must be blind, not driven by headlines. Free Tory Lanez. Free even got the gov T speaking on his behalf. Man. So yeah, let me know. Is Tory Lanez innocent, or does he need to do the 10 years and shut up? Let us know. Keep it locked.
Now, if he did do that, he could sit down for a little while. Not no 10 years though. Not no 10 years. He need to get all that gangster stuff out of him. All of that trying to prove himself and, you know, I'm about that life and all of that. He got to get that mindset up out of him. Up out of him. And if this the way he got to learn that, hey, so be it. You know what I mean? The ultimate decision maker is God. That's the ultimate decision maker. We in these situations for a reason, y'all. Let's not forget that. We're going to have to come back to the Father in unity. In unity. But I'm going to leave a link in the description. Y'all let me know what y'all think about these petitions and all of that and all these signatures and all of that. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.